Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the FCS Season 2, Race 7, Indianapolis after race interview. I have the top four, except the first place position. We'll have that later on tonight. I'm going to start off with the second place winner, or second place position, Clutch. Clutch, how did you feel about your car, and how did you feel about the race overall?
Well, my car sucked all race. I was constantly getting passed, getting involved in wrecks, all kinds of stuff. So to finish second, no matter what, is a sweet improvement.
Okay, yeah, wonderful to hear. Did you have any thoughts about not being able to stay in the top five this race at all?
It kind of ticked me off at first, and then I realized if I play it right, I could probably get up there, and which I did, obviously, with the second place finish.
Yeah. And then, about fuel and pit strategy, how did you feel about that, and strategizing with your teammates and the drivers around you? How did you feel about that?
Well, I didn't usually strategize with the drivers around me. I kind of tried to go with my own thing, and it still ended up working.
Yeah, it sure did. And the drafting with your drivers surrounding you and your teammates, how did you feel about that? Did you feel confident in it the whole race, or did you just file in to begin with?
I was kind of confident in it. I was just trying to get up there. So I just took every opportunity I could get.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you racing, and congratulations on the second place finish again. We are gonna
Again.
Yeah, again. We are gonna shift to our attention to X-Man, who got third place. X-Man, how did you feel about your car and the race overall?
For how my season has been going, I am very happy with this car.
That's very good to hear. Yes.
Yep. I had a heartbreak at sunset by disconnecting. I needed this third.
Yes, you did, for points and for just overall morale. How did you feel about the drafting with the guys around you? Because I know you're a free agent, and the two teams that you were racing against, Drunk Drivers and Me Motorsports, did that racing around you make you feel any different? Because they both have an open spot. Do you want to join either one?
I would join either one if they'd sign me. I kind of tried to work with Clutch more since he's a Ford manufacturer.
Yeah, and did Orion or Amity make you feel any indifferent about the strategy that we were running?
No.
No, they didn't. Okay. Question for the both of you two: how did the cautions feel coming around? Did you guys think you were gonna change positions at all, or did you think it was gonna hinder you?
That last caution before that 20 lap stint worried me. I went into the pits just after going to the pits before the caution. So,
yeah, and
I had to make that
what were your tires at, and did you think they were gonna last the rest of the race? What did you think your strategy would have been if they didn't?
I just have to hold on to the car and see where I'd finish.
Yeah, that's very smart. And then another question for both of you: how did you guys feel about the train that you guys were running for the top 5 positions for the last 15 to 20 laps? Did you feel confident in it? Did you have any concerns during the race that you discussed or with them?
I lost the draft for a little bit, but I got back to it. And Orion worried me because since he was on 55% tire.
Yeah, and ask I don't know what position you got, but Orion, if you are here, did you have any concerns with the car or with the race overall? All right, that should assume our answer that he isn't here as of right now. But Clutch, I do have one more question for you before we go. Do you think you could possibly get a win before the end of the season of FCS Season 2, including the playoffs? Do you think you can get a win by then?
It depends. You have to have everything go in your direction, and it's really hard.
Yeah, and that's something that I think all the drivers need to learn. One thing, that it takes a lot to win. If we could have got Amity here, I would have asked him questions.
Your name's Amity.
Yeah, I would have asked questions about him, how it felt to be by himself and seeing if he was going to get back up here. But since he isn't here, I won't ask that. But since I did get fourth place and I'm interviewing these guys, I'm gonna answer some of the questions I asked. I felt my car was pretty good. I had a whole lot of faith in our team, and I was really, just happy about how we, expressed our communication during cautions and while we were in a train. I'm okay with my finishing position. Uh, I really did think all of us up there had a chance to win. Do you guys think the same thing?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Clutch. What about you? You think we all had a chance to win there, or you think any of us were out of it?
I think any one of the top four had a chance.
Yeah. And about the first two stages, were you guys confident in finishing top five of the stages?
No. Mm-mm. I didn't even.
I didn't finish top five
either.
Yeah. I'm sure if Hertz was here, I'd say he's wonderful to have a 3-2-1 finish in the stages, and I think that's the first time we've ever had that happen. So I think he had a really spectacular race. But X-Man, I'll ask one last thing. Out of all the teams that we have in FCS, which one are you more gravitated towards since you are a free agent?
I'm not trying to sound biased, but it's gonna have to be ME Motorsports.
That's amazing to hear. That may be a little bias coming from me as I'm the owner, but out of all these teams, I think we do have one of the more powerful lineups, apart from Junk Drivers or maybe Saber. Motorsports may actually be up there too now.
I'll wait till next season.
Yeah, wait till next season that'll probably switch. But if you guys have any questions for us or for the winner that I can keep down, go ahead and ask away if you do have any. If not, we will wrap up the interview here. All right. Sound all good? I'm going to let us go. That was 7 minutes worth of an interview. I'm glad for you two for coming and staying in a VC with me to answer these questions.
Oh,
Hertz is now here, our winner, so we're going to get the winner's interview. Hertz, excuse me. How did you feel about the car and the race overall?
The race went pretty well. Motorsports, just superior to everybody else. We got great teamwork with everybody in the team and one lone guy, little free agent X-Man. We just made everything work and stick, and then made one final move on that final front stretch to get by clutch. And it just worked.
How did you feel about cautions? Were you any confident in passing up or making a good opportunity there during the cautions?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay. For the stages, were you confident in getting a top 5 or even first place in the 2 stages before?
So the first stage, we had a big wreck that put me into the pits for a bit. I had to work my way back up. Then we had another caution that I think kind of saved me as I went into the pits and put on soft. So the 21st, worked my way back up in the 3rd, and then second stage, I kind of saw that other caution and kind of my eyes lit up and I went, oh. Well, you're on the sauce again. So we tried it again. Started 17th, got up into 2nd, and both stages just kind of worked in my favor. Got the points that we needed.
Yeah, and I brought up when it was just us 3 in here before you got in here that you did get a 3-2-1 with all the stages. You got a 3rd in stage 1, a 2nd in stage 2, and then you obviously won the race. So how do you feel about that? That was the first time in FCS history that happened.
I guess the cars just fell in my favor, and the race counted down for itself with stage 1, 2, and 3. Kind of just worked my way and worked my way up, and it worked every time. Cards fell into place. Cards fell out of place for certain people. Sorry, Clutch.
thank you.
All right. Well, I have.
But yeah, mainly the.
Yeah, you go ahead.
But mainly the race went perfect for me Motorsports. Hopefully we can carry this momentum into next week, expand that points battle for team constructors a little bit farther.
Yeah, and I'll ask one more question.
Yeah,
How
we
did
probably
you
just
feel?
blew them out of the water.
Yeah, Me Motorsports has been blowing the rest of the teams out of the water with 600 points as of now. But Hertz, as the winner, did you have any doubts with the trains that we were in during the race and who you were working with?
All I gotta say is one word: Orion. That man wants to kill everybody in front of him. He embodies Ricky Bobby. He's big, go big or go home. And usually it involves wrecking Clutch. Sorry, Clutch.
Why am I catching strays?
Strays will not be tolerated here.
All right, well, Hertz, I have one last question to ask you. During the race and during the cautions, do you think your strategies that you were changing multiple times, did you have any doubt in them, or what was your decision making and your thought process while making them?
Well, I had a talk with my team owner before the race on what he was doing, and we both said, hey, if there's a caution with 10 to go in a stage, try to throw on the softs. And I threw them on and they worked. So really it was kind of the plan going into the race, and just managed to make it stick through a couple of turns, get under people, and make everything work with the strategy.
Yeah, and this will be the last question I have for you guys. If you guys want to ask questions to each other after this one, this is towards Clutch and Hertz. How do you feel about your all the teammates that you have right now in Ricky Bobby and you two, and then in Razor? Did you guys have any doubts or have any questions about them or even their decency on the track?
No, not really. Everybody's been pulling their own weight, keeping everything clean, giving me Motorsports a good reputation.
Yeah.
We have a perennial second place and runner-up finisher in Clutch, which sometimes he gets angry, but hey, if a second place carries you to a championship, how bad can it be?
Yeah, but you usually don't.
Yeah,
Unless you're Ryan Blaney for some reason.
Or Joey Logano, you can finish 17th and somehow win.
That has nothing to do with finishing.
Joey Logano, the Mickey Mouse winner.
yeah, but
He won the final race.
yeah, Clutch, what do you think of the question? Do you have any things you'd have different to answer to that question, or do you fully agree with Hertz on there?
I don't think I can fully agree with Hertz on there.
Clutch doesn't like second places.
I don't like second places.
I understand that as a guy that in FCS Season 2, I was a full top 5, never got close apart from once in the playoffs. But never be disappointed in second place. Always have something to build on. But if you guys have any questions for each other or even for me, go ahead and ask away.
No, I'm good.
Good. Clutch, you good? Next man, you good?
I am good.
All right, then we're going to cut that interview off right there. Thank you guys for all showing up and being here for the interview. Wish we could get Orion, but sadly, he's working on other things right now, probably preparing his car to not fall short of the tires. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out.
Yep, and thank you back to you, G-Day.
Yep.
I'm happy right now.
Good night.